day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ndalzo Kumalo, and in today's presentation, we're going to be talking about postmodernism and modernity. What is postmodernism in simple cases? Postmodernism refers to the period of the following after something. It is a combination of what has been done previously and in the new ways. It was born of suspicion and reason. Modernism was based on idealism, reason, and it promotes independent thinking and rationalism. Comparison between postmodernism and modernity. In the table below, you can see on my right hand side we have modernity, and on my left hand side we have in postmodernism. Postmodernism is time consuming, but on the other hand, modernity makes life simple. We use technology and it is convenient. Modernity is about making profit. We can keep track and trace on modernity. It has the ability to influence. We use modernized perspective such as the search engine. But in postmodernism, we dependent more on our human thinking minds. And we used to go to libraries instead of using research. Postmodernism believes in everything has to be subjective. The opinions in music, politics, and views. It deals with arts and philosophies, and these are playfulness. Modernity brings knowledge. Moving on to the similarities of postmodernism and modernity. Let's look at out of home media examples such as billboards, banners, signs, and posters. They are used to be there in previous days and even currently. For example, from a heuristic perspective, we did not have LCD billboards. However, billboards have been there in the past. We can see here that digital video content advertising is here in the modern days. And in postmodernism, we did not have that. But we still had billboards. We can see even in the pictures that there is no such a huge difference in vintage advertising posters and in the modern posters. Media related examples in relation to postmodernism and modernity. In postmodernism, film and television used to be black and white, but in modernity, film and television has now have color. In history, people were receiving post letters. But in modernity, we can communicate using TikTok, Instagram, or all other social media platforms. We use online search in modernism. Contemporary arts such as TV, podcast advertising, and music videos are falling under modernism. Blogging is another media example of modernity. In postmodernism, we used arts in terms of poetry and architectural arts. We used in postmodernism they used to use word block printing to put pictures together. And we used to go to the library to read books in postmodernism. In conclusion, Boucher Hart said, "We are so surrounded by culture that is now part of our daily lives and our reality." In other words, all of these videos that we watch on YouTube, the adverts and those billboards that we pass on one road, the magazines that we read, and all the Instagram posts, these are making up our reality, such as the trees and the cars that we see outside the windows. This is a postmodern world, and all of the media around us are made up of reference of other pieces of culture, which basically means that we are making copies and copies. Culture is not always made of an original content. Our culture product can't help but to be inspired by other texts. We are borrowing from culture while we are making what we want in the modern way. That's an indirect intertextuality. Thank you for your time.